water is important, and there's a lot of bad information going out, and you sure heard it tonight. Since the county had over half of this public hearing to speak themselves, we will be putting out in detail comments on their plan and also a myths and fact piece about the myths and facts you've heard. I want to read you something real quick, and then if you give me a few more minutes, well, let's start. The economic impact study. Their myths say they did an unprecedented job of looking at the costs of this. Go look at the Verona Press, where Mr. Standing says it would be unprecedented if we did this study, which isn't. Their economic study was a 3-hour meeting on January 14, 2009. We were there. We had been asking for it since February of 2008. Okay? That meeting was a group of people. We asked that the bankers, the Chamber of Commerce, the insurers be present. They weren't allowed. But we were invited. Half of the meeting was spent by the county speaking to us. So it's an hour and a half of us getting to speak. There was one negative or cautionary comment made by realtors, developers, appraisers, assessors, or what do we know, about this project. Okay, that document came out. They would not even put our names next to the statements we made. That was the economic study. Oh yes, they called us back in August of 2009. After sending us emails, which we can provide, that said, we are not actually going to listen to you. We just want you to know what we're going to do next. 3 of us showed up. That's your economic study. You have a study up in Vilas County. The literature is replete with studies showing the impact of regulation. But heck, don't believe me. I'm about to read you something, and that'll be the end of it so we can all go home. The Realtors Association of South Central Wisconsin requested that the National Association of Realtors refer the draft shoreline and riparian plan for Dane County. By the way, the plan that doesn't exist and you don't need to worry about, to its land use consultant, Robinson & Cole, LLP of Boston, which is a very distinguished firm. A summary of the conclusions reached by the NAR consultant is as follows, and this is not the Realtors Association. This is not the builders, it's not the bankers. Okay.
Phil, what was the date of that plan that you sent to them, please?
We asked them in mid-October, and we got it.
So that would not be the most recent version of the plan, is that correct?
It deals with the basic
That was the
nature
2008 version of the plan, is that correct?
It deals with the nature of the plan, not the details, Brian, so don't pull
Okay.
back. This is what it says.
Just wanted to make that clear.
In the memorandum, we raised concerns that 1, the management plan's introduction of performance-based point system could result in arbitrary and inconsistent application of the zoning regulations. 2, property owners will incur significant costs to comply with the performance standards. 3, the subjectivity and arbitrariness associated with the point system for performance-based standards could create additional uncertainty for property owners, developers, financial institutions, and by the way, the mortgage bankers sent a letter about that. Negatively affecting real estate transactions. 4, the management plan lacks adequate information to understand how the performance-based standards and other changes will be applied.